Welcome to today's Watch Focus vlog. My name is James and I'm going to be introducing you to this Tag Heuer Carrera Chronograph watch CV2014-3. Now, the Carrera was first introduced into the Tag Heuer range in 1963, designed by Jack Heuer himself, and it was introduced in answer to the needs of motorsports pilots. The watch is aptly named after one of the most legendary races, that race being the Carrera Panamericana. So let's have a look at some of the specifics of this Tag Heuer Carrera. It's a stainless steel 41mm case, which does fit beautifully on the wrist. It's not too thick either, so it does fit really nicely under a shirt cuff, making it ideal for everyday wear. So looking at the watch from above here, as I previously mentioned, the Carrera was designed for racing drivers, and one of the first instruments we can see is the tachymeter that's engraved on the outside of the bezel there. Now, in a nutshell, the tachymeter is used to compute a speed based on travel time or to measure the distance based upon speed. It makes it an essential tool for racing drivers, ultimately means that they can work out their speed over a quarter-mile lap time, for example. For those that don't know, the chronograph is ultimately used as a stopwatch. Again, a nod towards the functionality of this watch, with it being a racing driver's watch. You will notice that the chronograph minute and hour dials have got the polished chapter rings going around them. It's the one at the top and the bottom there. The one on the left is the constant second hand. Looking around the outside of the dial, you've got the luminescent inlaid baton hour markers. You've also got the two main hands on the centre of the watch, which are the minute and hour hands, which are in polished silver, again with the luminescent inlays. And you'll also notice that the chronograph hands are coated in a red varnish to make them stand out from the main timepiece hands themselves. Taking a look at the side of the watch case itself, it's got the traditional winder here with the Tag Heuer emblem, and you'll notice the addition of two extra buttons on the side of the case here. These are the chronograph pushers. This is what controls your chronograph itself. It's what will stop and start the chronograph, and you've got the reset button down here as well, which can be used for multiple lap times. Having a look at the back, one really nice feature about this watch on the screw down case back is the addition of the portrait of a legendary racing driver who is Argentina racing driver Juan Manuel Frangio. It's a little bit of a nod towards the history of there as well in racing driving. Unlike some of our vintage watches, this does have the stainless steel original bracelet on there with the original clasp as well. In unpolished condition, though, if a buyer would like this to be valeted externally, we would do that, though we try and keep things in original condition where we can. Internally in the watch, there is what Tag Heuer have named the caliber 16 movement. That's the powerhouse behind this watch, though for people that know a little bit more about watches, you will know that the actual movement is an ETA 7750, so it's not an in-house made movement. That said, by many watchmakers and watch collectors, the ETA 7750 is thought to be one of the most versatile and robust chronograph movements ever made. Thank you for watching. I hope you found that informative. Tonight we featured the Tag Heuer Carrera Chronograph CV2014-3. Not only a highly functional sports watch, but also a lovely watch to wear every day.